Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You can get a job in the Middle East simply by trying or by magic, through others, or by fluke. Remember that competition is everywhere. Some here, some there, but bam! Loy Machedo is the best.
All right, this is a quick video that I thought I'd share with you. 5 stupid responses that the clients gave my old clients, whereby they got a job and they lost it after giving a stupid response. And I think over the last few months, I didn't make a video on this. So finally, I searched some of the previous conversations, and these are the new 5 ones. So listen to the 5 incidents, and you tell me which one among the 5 you feel is the most stupidest response ever. And mind you, confirmed jobs and then they lost it. Okay, so this is I think the 2024 edition. Okay, so let's enjoy. Real, true stories, by the way. The first one was the guy gets young man. He after making his resume, rebrand everything, teaching him for interviews and all that, everything is fine. He starts applying for these jobs, and he gets a job. There was only one interview, not 1 and 2 and 3. One interview where he would meet first the person who would screen them, and then if you're selected then and there, the final top 2-3 will be taken in to meet the owner. And from there, the owner will choose who he prefers as his candidate. So this young man went to the interview, and remember, we had trained everything. So at the screening, he was selected. First round, managed to get through, waited. Others were asked to leave. Then he was taken to the manager. Second round, got through. And finally, the owner. And the owner decided he is the candidate. And he sent me a message, and I was like, congrats, hey, very good. So he was very happy. I was happy. Obviously, he's my client. I should be happy. And then, what to say? Okay. I always told my clients, if you're not sure, say, I'll get back to you. If you're not sure, I'll get back to you. Then don't say something which you shoot yourself in the foot. And I told him, if you're not sure, you say, sir, can you give me a few minutes to think about it? Send me a message. At least we can talk. The owner asked him, so what are your salary expectations? This guy, I had told him very clearly that, see, for the salary that you're looking for, you should ask, because you're young, ask $1,000 to $1,500 US. That is the range, maximum range of the salary you can ask for being a youngster. I had told him this. This guy told the HR, owner selected him, and he said, okay, now you'll speak to the HR. Okay, you can discuss the HR asked him, so what is your salary? What salary would make you happy or something like that? Congrats, you made the interview. Instead of saying the answer that I gave him, 1,000 to 1,500, he said, my salary expectation, $3,000. $3,000. Where is 1,000 and 1,500 and 3,000? The minute he said that, the HR said, oh, okay, so you're looking for 3,000. Okay, took it down. Called the, through the intercom, called the owner. Owner said, okay, we'll get back to him. Okay, tell him thanks, bye. And then after he finishes, after he did all this, he sent me, sir, I spoke to this thing. I told him what salary. So I told him, hey, very good. What was the salary? So I told him $3,000. Immediately I asked him, why the fuck did you say $3,000? Didn't I tell you to say $1,000? No, sir, because then they'll negotiate. And my experience has been they always negotiate. They come down to half. So if I would say $1,500, they will bring it to maybe 750, half of that. So if I say 3,000, they'll bring it to 1,500. I was like, oh my goodness. So if you said 3,000, they will give you half. So why the fuck didn't you say 10,000? Maybe then they will give you 5,000. If your logic works. I literally shouted and I said, why the fuck, after mentoring you, after guiding you, after telling you all the instructions, say this as a salary. Why the fuck did you say 3,000? No, sir, I got very excited and I wanted a good salary. The job was confirmed. I told him, boss, the owner will be like, you know how the owner thinks? Owner will be like, he wants so much. Tell him to fuck off. Get the next candidate. My business does not depend on him. And exactly what I said, they didn't get back to him. And then he was telling me, sir, should I call them back? And no, it's gone, finished. I said, you're not going to get a second chance. A jackass. And shamelessly, he still didn't listen to me. He still got back to they said, we have already selected the candidate. And exactly what I told him, they selected the candidate, it seems, for $1,200 or something. So not 1,000, not 1,500, 1,200. What a jackass, man. And anyway, I'd finished my work with him. So I told him, you do whatever the fuck you want. You don't seem to be listening. So that was stupid number one. Stupid number two. Okay. You know, there is something called confidence. Then there is overconfidence. And then there is absolute arrogance, stupidity, arrogance, whatever. The person had not come to me for the CV. The person had come to me for the interview because they're supposed to give an interview. Sales guy. So he's Madrasi or something. So very posh and, sophisticated. But the problem with him is he has this defensive habit. Okay. He somehow feels people will attack him. So he has to be the smarter guy. So I told him, see, listen, don't be too defensive and don't be sarcastic, because he had his habit of, giving back to people. It's like a black tongue. So they asked him, why should we take you for the job? Okay. After training, and I told him, when they ask you, why should we take you for the job? I told him, give an answer that is, like, give the reasons why you should join. This guy decided to take his own route. It seems that the person who was taking the interview was I think the owner's daughter or something. So they had an ego clash, and she was maybe younger to him or something. And she said, why the hell should we take you? And this guy, seeing a female, thought he would put his charm, So he says, the right question should be, why should I join you? The right question should be, why should I join you? And that female, being immature that she is, she gave him the response that, oh, so that is how you respond, huh? He said, no, I'm confident in my abilities. I'm confident in doing. And all this I came to know after he finished, because I always make it a point, when they finish, you get back to me. So when he told me, the question is, why should I join? Boss. The company can survive without you. You cannot survive without a job. You need a job. You need work. It's not like you're getting 10,000 offers. I told him, if you had like 5 to 6 offers, you could say this. Like, why should I join you? Like, I should have reason. You don't have any job in hand. And I told him, I know why you gave that response. Because you saw a female, maybe she was hot and attractive and all, you wanted to act smart with her, and you gave her this coy response. She will communicate this to her father, who's the owner of the company, and the father will say, I don't need a pompous prick. And true to what I had predicted, the guy didn't get a bloody job, man. Oh, what a nut job. Just imagine you take people through the final interview, and he had booked my server for the final. We've rehearsed so much. Another jackass. Anyway, for him, the only good news was, in his case, good that he got another offer after some time. And this time I told him, please downplay the smart aleck. Number 3, this is another one of those Dubai born and raised Indian youngsters. This boy, piddly, skinny little rat, over smart. Over smart is not the thing. Like, even I found it very difficult even to coach him during the resume and interview, because everything I would tell him, he would tell me, what about, this study, that study, these are the people. Oh, why should I take a small position? You should have goals and dreams. I had a tough time because he comes with these preconceived notions and the self-entitlement. I literally lost my cool so many times with him. Oh, he was giving me a bloody headache. But I wanted to make sure that I delivered. I did proper. And I told him, be humble. Be fucking humble. But because his father and mother used to pump his ego, I think humility was very difficult. And this guy went to this company, which was a logistics company. After all that I told him, he goes, not the final interview, he goes for the first interview, and the guy, through a reference, imagine this, through a reference, not mine, through his father's reference, he gets an interview, and that guy just says, okay, everything good and all that. He said, he asked him, so what is it you don't like about the job? Or he must have asked him, what are your drawbacks? You know what did this guy tell him? I don't like to take shit. His exact words, I don't like to take shit. A young boy is telling a seasoned guy, a seasoned senior manager who has been referred, his father requested, because his father, I don't like to take shit. Now, maybe he uses slang, I don't like to take shit, or maybe he said it politely. And I was like stunned. I'm looking in the video, chatting with him. I said, I just looked at him like, you told that guy, I don't like to take shit? Yeah, I told him, don't like to take shit. I don't like to take unwanted pressure and all that. It's... I don't like to take shit. And I told him, what did the guy tell you then? What did he respond? He said, he just laughed. He just laughed and he didn't say anything. And then when this guy came home, his father gave him nicely and told him, you told my contact you don't like to take shit? What's... I don't know, but I felt like making this guy understand. So I told him, my dear, in the corporate world, everyone takes shit. You take shit from customers, you take shit from clients, you take shit from vendors, you take shit from the government, you take shit from your colleagues, you take shit from everyone, and you manage. And that shit and pressure makes you stronger and better. You can't go out and tell someone senior, I don't like to take shit. So what do you want him to massage you and plead with you, please do the job? A fucking jackass here. And last and not the least, this one I personally wanted to slap the female. Female, she is in her 40s, going through all the trouble and all the headaches in life. And she was earning a good salary. After COVID, the company shut down and she went through a tough time. And, when she was desperate, she finally came to me. Okay, give the service. I told her, the problem with this female was because she went through a broken marriage and she went through tough times. So she was a very tough cookie. And she not only did work, she did many other things at the side. So she was like this person juggling too many balls, freelancing and doing a little bit of business and trying to get commission here and there. So fine. And she wanted a very big salary, which I told it's not going to happen. She wanted the salary like before. I said, not going to happen. Just take whatever you get. So everything I end up. Yet they always find something to mess up. And why did she mess up? And this guy asked her, like, what is your salary? She followed the cue. Everything was good. Finally, she tells this guy, imagine, everything is good. All you have to do is shut your mouth. She tells this guy, by the way, during COVID, people worked remotely. Given a choice, I would like to work remotely. Why? And then, obviously, you have given the guy something to start talking on. And he was like, why remotely? Like, what is it? And then she suddenly went on, yeah, because when you do remotely, you can do the work, you can finish it, then you can do other things. And I have also done free. I told her before, please keep your mouth shut. The guy does not need to know what you do at the side. The guy doesn't need to hear your philosophy of remote working, going home on time, having a balanced life. He doesn't care. He doesn't give a damn. And this guy was, oh, okay. And what do you do remotely and why? And she went on about being a single woman. And oh my goodness. I think maybe because she was feeling so lonely, she had to open it. And she thought this guy is a good guy. He's like a good friend. I'll talk everything. And she told. And when she told me all this, give me the feedback, I said, my dear, I don't think you're going to get called back. And she said, but why? What did I say wrong? My dear, you didn't even start the goddamn fucking job. And you're telling him, I want to work remotely. I have other interests, other hobbies, freelancing, business, and this. And so he'll be like, and why am I taking this female? She has so many interests. She'll not give me 100%. Why do you talk about going home on time? Why? Just get the goddamn job, shut your mouth and work, no? Simply all adding masala for no reason. And in her case, sadly, she's still struggling. That was the only job that really had, she had near misses, and this one should have got it had she kept her mouth shut. Anyway, so these are the actual cases of actual clients who they actually messed up, which I managed to gather over the last year, few months, and this year. So I just hope that you listen to all this and you take inspiration from them. And please, when you're going for an interview, the less you talk and you talk to the point and you don't give all this extra sugar, sweet, spicy responses, you're safe. But the minute you cross the line and you start all this shit, don't blame anyone. Don't cry and go to God and this and that. You're the one to blame. Anyway, you guys let me know which among these 5 do you think was the biggest idiot of them all. Because for me personally, why I'm pissed off is because after telling them all this, still they fail to follow instructions and then they wonder why life is so tough. Anyway, good, bad, ugly. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. This is me signing off. You guys take care.